Make sure this is recording. Cool. Shalom. Starting out giving all glory, all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Bashem, Crocodiles. Might as well go ahead and put the whole thing, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, pushing this truth. Salute to you brothers and sisters out there like myself, pushing this truth in his words, staying humble, staying in the spirit. So man, without further ado, man, I'm sorry. It's like on this, man. Man, I hate YouTube. So like it. Alright, there we go. Oh, there we go. So I actually did this video yesterday. I did it yesterday. I finished the video, and then when it was time to post it, I was about to post it right after I finished it. And then I went to my files and it said corrupted. So I said, alright, I ain't tripping. I had to be to work in like 20, 30 minutes after I finished that video yesterday. So I'm gonna just put that in the books. I still got it wrote down. I just bring it out tomorrow. So here we are. But as you can see the narrative, man, I got a World War III hour by hour on the screen. And so that's actually gonna be the topic today, man. If you brothers, feel free to watch this video. It's real interesting, man. It's only 33 minutes. And it literally gives you a real good, from my perspective, it gives you a real good in-depth of how World War III would go, hour by hour. And I think it goes up to like day, I'm not too sure, but I think it goes up on this video to like day 48 maybe, I'm gonna a few minutes of this video, and then it's gonna leave me right into the So like it took the headphones out on accident. I'm gonna roll about 2 minutes of this video, and it's gonna lead me right into the scripts.
Russian military forces have approximately 25% of the logistics personnel of NATO militaries. This means massive convoys of Russian vehicles stuck on the side of roads.
So like it, I'm gonna take the headphones out and play this video because I don't think y'all can hear it with the headphones in. So let me take them out real quick.
Emphasis on logistics. Russian military forces have approximately 25% the logistics personnel of NATO militaries. This means massive convoys of Russian vehicles stuck on the side of roads and highways, starved of fuel and ammunition. Russian troops, especially its conscript forces, suffering from catastrophically low morale as they come under fire from advanced NATO weapon systems. Surrenders of entire units are growing increasingly common, and the high casualties are causing a massive political dissent back home. Strong-handed police tactics against anti-war protesters can barely restrain the tide of malcontent sweeping across Russia, and Vladimir Putin's hold on power grows more tenuous by the day. While the Russian attack hasn't been repelled, it has been ground to a halt just inside Poland's borders. The arrival of a large American army unit on the continent marks the beginning of offensive operations for NATO, and the future looks grim for a Russian military suffering from bad equipment.
Watch what the end comes to.
The Russian Air Force, however, continues
Watch
to
the end of the video. It's the main point at the end.
Shortfalls have begun affecting it as well. Slowly but surely, European NATO forces have wrestled control of the skies away from Russia, and over the coming day, Russian frontline units will be exposed to the full wrath of NATO air support. In the Pacific, China has maintained its hold on the western half of Taiwan, but at a staggering cost.
And that's what we're waiting on right now. We're waiting on China to go ahead and start moving in on Taiwan, man.
From an increasingly angry Chinese public. They were
It's gonna really speed things up.
Island, and that the United States could be defeated in the Pacific with China's advanced missiles and aircraft. Neither of these have proven true, and while the U.S. has suffered massive losses of ships and planes, it's able to replenish losses faster than the Chinese Navy and Air Force. Taiwan's defenders have so far repelled China's attempts to push through the east of the island, and now American Marines are arriving in force. To the world's great surprise, U.S. Marines are backed up by Japanese troops who have revoked their pacifist constitution in the name of regional defense against an aggressive China. But it's not just the Japanese joining the U.S. in defending Taiwan, as the Australians join America in defense of the Pacific. China, alone in the region with no friends, is now facing the monumental task of defeating three major powers simultaneously. As losses mount for the Sino-Russian alliance, both President Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin consider their final option.
Let's do it.
Nuclear power is the great equalizer, and the one way that Russia can overcome NATO's overmatch of its own military forces. But for every one strike that Russia or China may undertake, NATO will respond with two in an escalatory ladder that will end with the world in ashes. Thanks again to our sponsor, Conflict of Nations, the free online PvP. Fair. Get a special gift.
So hopefully hopefully you brothers was able to hear that, hear him as he was explaining the video. It's probably why y'all had me do it over today, because now that I think about it, I had the headphones in yesterday too. Y'all probably wouldn't even be able to hear it. But, you know what I'm saying? So he basically just broke that down, man. Broke down how Russia and China, they're going to have their back against the wall from NATO forces, allied forces with the U.S., such as Japan, Australia. Because how it works is these countries ain't going to be able to just be on standby anymore, okay? They're going to have to make a move, because it's either you on standby and you just allowing your country, you know what I'm saying, or ran through, or you make a move. You know what's best for you, you know what I'm saying? That's why all these alliances and these agreements between countries, that's where all that shit come from. So, when Russia and China, the Big Bear and Gog and Magog, when they got their backs against the wall, literally against the whole world, they're gonna go to nuclear warfare, all right? And that's what's gonna, that's what's gonna literally turn the heat up. But without further ado, we get into the scriptures for it. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 19 and 20. It says, "The earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean dissolved, the earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again." See? I'm gonna read that one more time for the people in the back, you know what I'm saying? Like Yahweh Kanan say, let's slow it down for the ones that ain't get it, you know what I'm saying? But it says, "The earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean dissolved, the earth is moved exceedingly." And what is that gonna be from? It's gonna be from ICBM missiles, man. It's gonna be from all the nuclear missiles. You heard what he said? He said for every missile Russia sends, NATO is responding with 2. All right, and that's just between Russia and NATO, not even including China and Taiwan. Okay, which China is opposed to Taiwan. So if Russia sends 40 missiles in 1 hour, then NATO is gonna send 80 missiles in 1 hour. That's 120 nuclear warheads sent in 1 hour. Okay, that right there can literally probably take out about, just if I was to give an estimate, probably like 25% of the world. 120 missiles. I'm pretty sure they could take about 25 to 30% of the world. All right, and that's what's gonna happen, man. These missiles gonna break this earth down, dissolve them. Remember, you got the impact, and then when it comes to the impact, you got it creates that mushroom cloud. So whoever's in that impact radius, they dead off top, dissolved. And then when it comes to that mushroom cloud, you know what I'm saying, that impact, that force and the winds, you know what I'm saying. You gotta put this into perspective, man. You're not only dealing with the impact of the missile, you're dealing with the radiation of the missile. You're dealing with if you're within that radius, you're gonna feel the effect of that missile, which is called the heat wave. And on top of that, if you near an ocean or something, you fuck, because you're gonna have to deal with tsunamis and shit. All right. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Right. Because this old earth, man, is done. We waiting on a new heaven, new earth, man. As prophets, we gonna build that up under Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I'm sorry. We gonna make y'all other nations build that up for us. All right. We gonna have a blueprint, and we gonna put y'all asses to work. So we go to the book of Zechariah chapter 14, 14 verse 12 to 13. It says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem." Right. And that's what these motherfuckers do. They oppose us, man. As they know, these top elites, they know who Israel is. They know all about the 12 tribes. They know all about the Blacks, Latins, and Native Americans. They know all about the camps. Even the camps that be BSing. They know about GMS. They know about the street signs, about the prophets on the streets. Right. So all them people that's against Jerusalem, what would the Lord do? I'm gonna start it over. I'm going to read it slow again. "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem," or Yasharallah in the Hebrew. "Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." Right. And what's the only way that could happen, man? By a nuke, by a missile, you know what I'm saying? Not no shotgun, not no, get your arm shot off. And no. We talking destruction as if we have never seen before. I believe that was in the book of Matthew. Okay, verse 13. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. So while all this missiles is going wrong, and when that first missile pops off, because believe me, when that first missile pops off, we only gonna have about like 10 to 15 minutes to literally get prepared. Motherfuckers been trying to prepare for this all their life. And when they find out they only got 15, 20 minutes to go ahead and put all them preparations into effect, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Us prophets, we gonna be saved though. But what does it say? And they shall lay hold every one of the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. Why is that? Because motherfuckers don't realize spiritually that it's the end. So they ain't gonna give no fucks about what they doing. It's literally gonna be well, I'm finna die anyways. Might as well go, loot my neighbor's house, go do what I can, get my hands on something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of spirit that's gonna be in the world. It's gonna be a spirit of perdition. That was all in the Zechariah. Yeah, that was all in the Zechariah. But yeah, man, I'm gonna emphasize that verse 12 again. It says, and it shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth, aka disintegration, nigga, from an ICBM missile. Remind you, you ain't just gonna be dying from the missiles. You gonna have majority of people dying from the missiles. You also gonna have majority of people dying from getting flooded out, from the missiles creating tsunamis and shock waves, earthquakes. All right. Yeah, the Lord gonna take it out with a bang. Remember, He said He gonna rock the earth to and fro like a drunkard. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 1 and 2. And after these things, I saw another angel coming down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Right. So all that, man, the devil, and this is Satan, and he's underground, and he has devils, and they under... Nah, motherfucker. Babylon is the habitation of devils. Think about all these wicked-ass spirits running around here, man. Motherfucker, just name a few wicked-ass motherfuckers. You got the Rothschilds. You got different celebrities, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I know they ain't in Babylon, but the Edomites still. You got motherfucking celebrity Jay-Z, sellouts, Beyonce, with they Illuminati ass. You got niggas like Ray J coming out supporting gay rights and shit. Like, shut your corny ass up, nigga. Shut your faggot ass up, man. You getting paid to do all this shit, man. In the hold of every foul spirit, and in the cage of every unclean and hateful bird, right? And I'll even go to verse 3, where all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Right. We already know it's Israelites, prophets, fornication. Really, that's the heavy sin, and it really goes into death. So if all these nations is sitting there fornicating with Babylon, what do you think they have coming to them? Death. You know, real simple. So we go down to verse 8 and 9. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. Right. That's why He was showing you not a day by day of the World War III, not a month by month of the World War III, not a year by year of the World War III. He was showing you hour by hour presentation. Why? Because all this shit is going to happen before you can blink, you know what I'm saying? Metaphorically speaking. Shit going to happen so damn fast. It's going to go from normal old life to, damn, everybody shooting ICBM missiles in the sky. We only got about an hour before the whole earth is fucked up. All right? That's what that's going to come into. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, right? Cause these motherfuckers living it up, man. I was just watching like a Lil Wayne interview, and he was saying he had touched down at, like, I think what's that place called, Saudi Arabia? Yeah, he was like I don't want to talk too much about him. I'm gonna get back in the scriptures, but it's just piggybacking off how these motherfuckers in this earth have certain celebrity. Anyways, he was like, when I got off the jet to Saudi Arabia, I had a backpack with all my jewelry in it. He said the flight attendant, she told me I had to keep the backpack on my jet because it was over $25,000 worth of value. He said, so when she told me that, I went back to my jet. I told the pilot, let's turn it around. He said, next thing you know, you had the king of Saudi Arabia, or the prince of power of Saudi Arabia himself. He said he came to the jet. He said, Lil Wayne, you passed by for nothing. So basically, he was telling Lil Wayne, like, my bad. They should let you get off the jet. You, Lil Wayne, you got that type of power. He told Lil Wayne, he said, I got a gift for you, over 25,000. Lil Wayne said he came back with a Richard Mille, or whatever, Tom Ford, whatever expensive watch is. He said he gave it to Lil Wayne, just for the inconvenience. He said, oh, one more thing, Lamborghini or Ferrari? And Lil Wayne was like, I said Lamborghini. I just thought it was like a general question, like which one was better. And he was like, Lamborghini. He said, what color? And Lil Wayne was like, oh, you gifting this to me? He's like, yes, it'll be in front of your house in 3 weeks. So basically, man, I said all that to say is these kings and these celebrities and these motherfuckers with money, your Samuel L's and your Steve Harveys and your Denzel Washingtons, they living deliciously on this earth, man, because they got all that on this earth. Through, through, of course, we know, you got to sell your soul, you know what I'm saying? When you're Hollywood and shit. But I'm going to read that. I just wanted to run that by you. So verse 9, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously, like I just explained with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Right. So all that jewelry you ever bought, nigga, all that money you ever made, all them hoes you ever fucked, nigga, all them Persian rugs and Gucci fits and all that shit you did in vain, all them little side hoes you had, yeah, nigga, you gonna lament because all that shit is gonna burn utterly with fire. When they shall see the smoke of her burning, all right? And I'm gonna finish it off with that 8 again. Therefore her plague shall come in one day, death and mourning and famine. She shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord God who judges her. Right, so that's y'all judgment, man. You wicked ass 2/3 Israelites and you wicked ass other nations, that's y'all's judgment coming, man. And I know maybe I can be redeemed, and I know it's the easy way out, and I know we gotta talk to the Lord about it, and he'll let the whole world set free. Nah, that's the Christian shit. What's the only judgment y'all can get? It's either you get saved as an Israelite, what's the only judgment? It's only 2 judgments Israel can get. If you get saved as an elect man of Israel with your women and children under you, or you just die as a 2/3, utterly destroyed. And for the other nations, you only get one judgment. If they're utterly destroyed, then boom, your ass reincarnated back in heaven to be our slaves, captives. Sorry, that 1,000 years of harsh punishment. But hey, man, like I said, that was his lesson, man. I didn't even give it a confirmed title. So before I post it, I'll have a title. But yeah, man, that's what it's gonna come to, man. So that was, like I said, that was just kind of a briefing of World War III, and we coming up in them days. I think about this shit every day. I was like, man, I really hope, I know for a fact we ain't got more than 5 years on this earth. I would hope, I say 2, but of course, Yahweh, he knows that day, the Most High. So, man, like I said, man, I hope that was edifying. The video that I was showing y'all, it's only about 33 minutes, man. You brothers into stuff like that, like I am, man, watch it, check it out, man. Check it out. Without further ado, we're gonna give our glory, our praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, God of Israel, to the 12 tribes of Israel, Blacks, Latins, and Native Americans. With that, Shalom, man. Stay strong, Israel. Let's see. This video still recording? Cool. All right, we good now. I can post it.